Wars. Will, I was saying to Cody, I was impressed with the striking, the power, but I was more impressed with when he saw him hurt, he backed off and continued what was working.
Well, most of the time in the amateur level, when they see somebody hurt, they almost get overgumptious and they kind of go in for the kill. Cody was stalking and kind of waiting, just like that predator, to go in for the kill at the right time.
It was a veteran status move right there. That
Absolutely.
really was. I asked him what was next. He said he's just going to enjoy it. Very humble guy.
You know, I really, really, really enjoyed Cody as a person and a fighter. You know, I don't have enough nice things to say about him. I really look forward to what's to come for him.
Most definitely. Definitely on the top of my list for amateur featherweights, 145-pounders.
Downstate, let's go.
Yeah, I want to see someone come up and fight him. It's his title. You come up here.
5-0, baby.
Yeah.
Lightning in his hands. So here we go, main event.
Main
Shawn
event already.
Clow.
This one fast this night.
Shawn Clow versus Jake Davis. Jake Davis has been on an absolute roll.
Now these two fought 2 years ago. Jake Davis knocked out Shawn Clow in 1 minute and 7 seconds in the first round. Will it happen again tonight?
You know, there's two ways that can happen. That can either be in your head like, wow, this guy knocked me out, or I'm going to use that as fuel. So Shawn Clow has not competed in a while. Let's see how he applies that last loss to Jake Davis. Jake Davis has been active. He's been out there, he's been fighting, and he looks really good. He looks better and better every fight.
Most definitely, and this should be a pretty entertaining one. Shawn Clow is 2-1. Jake Davis is 4-0. He's undefeated. See if he can keep his streak.
And again, he's on a serious roll right now with a lot of momentum.
And this is for the welterweight title of Cage Wars. Should be interesting. I believe Jake Davis is the champion, and he is defending.
As you notice, Brian Fury's with him.
Yes.
He has the belt, also filed by Richie Altieri from Renzo Gracie Latham. Jake is affiliated with both Brian Fury and Renzo Gracie Latham, both very high-level jiu-jitsu schools.
Most definitely, ladies and gentlemen. And we've had an action-packed. This has been a great night of fights. It really has. We've seen it all. 3-round fights, submission finishes, knockouts.
Even the novice fights.
Yeah, some great action. Great grappling, great stand-up. We've seen it all this evening.
Shawn Clow. Amazing. Beautiful.
You the man. You the man.
Thank you so much. Our production crew's the best. Don't hit it again, Kyle.
we tried to repair it ourselves. Unfortunately,
Introducing first to my left, fighting out of the red corner, representing Atlas Hudson out of Albany, New York, he is Prometheus, Shawn Clow. And his opponent to my right, fighting out of the blue corner, representing Renzo Gracie Academy out of Latham, New York, he is the technician, Jake Davis. And the third man in the cage, Mr. Alexius Phoenix.
So Alexius Phoenix is going to be our referee for the main event, ladies and gentlemen. Welterweight title, Cage Wars. This is Cage Wars 37. Cage Wars 38 takes place September 15th.
Now, if you look, Shawn Clow has not taken his eyes off of Jake Davis.
Nope.
He looks very intent on avenging that loss.
He looks determined. Yeah, you know he remembers getting knocked down in 1:07.
But we talked about how he's going to apply it. He looks focused.
Most definitely, and here we go. Touch gloves in the center of the ring.
Jake Davis, though, ready to dictate the pace. He'll eat that leg kick. He switches stances.
Jake Davis even looks like the bigger guy inside there as he goes with a big left head kick.
Jake Davis walks around at about 200 pounds.
That's a big guy coming down to 170. He's got Shawn Clow pushing him up against the cage. He looks like he wants to bring this to the ground.
You know, both guys come from primarily jiu-jitsu schools. While they have striking coaches, they're both jiu-jitsu schools. So let's see what happens here.
Most definitely, as Shawn Clow is fighting for that takedown. Nice shot to the head with the left.
You know, that's one of the biggest things is
nice knee.
Is that transition game, is striking to create opportunities.
And as they break the clinch, Jake Davis throws a right.
And Shawn Clow takes a big breath, if you noticed.
Yep. That looked like it took a lot of energy out of him as Jake Davis with the big takedown.
Right to the ground. He's in half guard. Now this again is advanced rule, so he can ground and pound to the head.
Yep, all contact to the head except for elbows is legal.
And if you notice, Jake Davis took his time, right? He's trying to pass those knees, but now Shawn Clow's doing a great job trying to get that right knee in and pull full guard.
But you know, I'm loving right now watching Jake Davis. He's using his hands to push the knee to get past to that side guard.
Davis,
a lot of guys just try to jump, and you're not going to get there unless you help.
Jake Davis is doing a great job maintaining the submission. Position before submission, rather. So he's doing a great job maintaining that position. He's not getting ahead of himself.
And we're already halfway through the first round of this title fight.
And if you look, Jake's trying to clear that right knee. Whether it's between the knees or to jump over, he wants to get that right knee through, so he's either in side mount or full mount.
Most definitely, as it looks like Clow is still trying to hang on to Davis's head.
You know, at this point, Clow looks like he's kind of holding on for a stand-up or just trying to grab an arm and try for something. Jake Davis is definitely in control at this point.
It looked like he leaped for Kimura, but it really didn't do much for him to get him out.
Yeah, no, he was flat on his back. You're not going to hit that Kimura flat on your back.
Davis lands some big shots from the top.
And now if you notice, Shawn Clow is kind of just pulling him towards him, trying to negate the striking in the ground and pounding
Those
Jake
are some
Davis.
big hammer fists coming down from Davis, and Davis is finding some rhythm.
But if you look, now Claw's got the right knee in. If he can pull that right foot through, he's got the closed guard. He's got the guard again. But again, Jake Davis is applying enough pressure. He's got to pull that right foot through.
Looks like he almost wants to set up the triangle is what you're saying, right?
Well, he wants to at least get to half or to full guard. Right now, Jake Davis has the advantage, especially being the longer fighter. See how he's still in half guard?
And it's over. Alexius Phoenix ends it.
I don't know what happened there.
He ended it. Couldn't protect himself. That's the end of the fight, ladies and gentlemen.
Shawn Clow looks a little bit surprised about that.
But you know what? He's in a position where he can't defend himself.
The crowd is not happy, that's for sure.
As Jake Davis tells the crowd what's up. You know, he was in the dominant position. He was landing the strikes. You can't really boo the man for doing what he was doing.
It's not his fault. It's really the referee's discretion.
And you know what? Claw wasn't moving. You know, I want to see it go further, be some real damage, but Claw didn't really give himself a chance, as we're going to see a replay in just a moment.
Right now, Jake Davis has the advantage, especially being the longer fighter. See how he's still in half guard? To Shawn.
And it's over. Alexius Phoenix ends it.
I don't know what happened there.
He ended it against the cage move.
So the key is there, though, intelligently defending yourself. Although Shawn's hands were up, according to the referee did not feel as if he was intelligently defending himself.
And right before he jumped in, they're not in the replay right here, but before that, there were some big
now,
shots
Jake
landing.
Davis has advantage, especially being the longer fighter.
A lot of shots getting
See how he's still in half guard?
And it's over. Alexius Phoenix ends it.
If you look at that replay right there, Shawn did not try to get off of the flat of his back.
Nope.
He didn't try to get to a hip. So although he had his hands up, he necessarily was not trying to create more angles and create more distance to intelligently defend against those strikes. He instead just had his hands up with his back flat.
I agree 100%. I think if he moved his hips, he would have been able to continue. But we're going to move it up to the ring announcer, Mike Flava.
And now the official word from the judges. 2 minutes, 45 seconds into the first round, by way of referee stoppage for your winner. And a welterweight champion, the technician, Jake Davis.
Most definitely, and Jake Davis is the new champion of Cage Wars at welterweight, moving to 5-0 in his career. You know, that's a pretty solid career as an amateur.
Not even just the record, but the way he accomplished them, the skill level in which he accomplished those victories is the key. So it's not just the wins.
Most definitely, I agree 100% for ladies and gentlemen who are watching. Jake Davis, new champion of Cage Wars, remains the champion. So that's another title defense under his belt.